We all kind of love the idea of excellence, right? We treat it like this big, shiny trophy that's waiting for us way, way down the road. Okay, let's get into this because we're about to take that whole idea and flip it completely upside down. Think about it. We stick excellence up on our vision boards. We talk about it in job interviews. We promise ourselves we'll finally get there someday. You know the drill. When things calm down, when we get that promotion, when the universe finally decides to cooperate. This, right here, this is the someday trap. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. The common way of thinking is that excellence is this huge, lifetime achievement, a destination you arrive at. But the disruptive truth, the real truth, excellence is the next 5 minutes. It's not a destination at all. It's a practice you can do right now. That is a massive shift in perspective. And because we've been taught to see it as this giant, cumulative thing, what do we end up doing? We wait. We wait for the big moments, the perfect opportunities. But all that waiting, it's really just a fancy way of procrastinating on the very thing we say we want most. So, how do we actually break out of this loop? Well, it all starts with a really simple but totally revolutionary idea from the management guru Tom Peters. And trust me, it reframes everything you thought you knew about what it means to perform at a high level. And there it is. Excellence is not an aspiration. Excellence is the next 5 minutes. Just let that sit with you for a second. It's not about who you hope to become one day. It's all about what you're about to do. It's a fantastic quote, no doubt. But is that all it is? Just a feel-good slogan you'd see on a coffee mug? Or is there something real, something almost scientific actually going on here? Well, as it turns out, our own biology is totally on board with Tom Peters. The way our brains are actually wired for focus and for reward, it proves that this 5-minute idea isn't just a nice thought. It's biologically spot on. So here's the key. Your brain's reward system, the dopaminergic system, it's not built for some vague goal in the distant future. It lights up for immediate, concrete challenges. It's basically built to run on now, not someday. And a 5-minute task? That is the perfect fuel for this engine. And this connects right into the concept of flow states, being in the zone. That feeling of peak performance only happens when we're totally absorbed in what we're doing right now, not when we're daydreaming about the finish line. So this 5-minute sprint, it's basically a practical hack to trigger a flow state whenever you want. All right, so let's get practical. How do we build this into our actual lives? See, if excellence really lives in the next 5 minutes, it stops being this heavy identity we have to become, and it turns into a light, simple action we can just do. So what does this actually look like in the real world? It's tiny. It's a micro decision. It's the choice to write that email with real clarity. It's deciding to actually listen in the conversation you're in. It's the focus you bring to just one rep at the gym. It's literally everywhere, always available to you. And this leads to maybe the most powerful mindset shift of all. You don't just wake up one day and suddenly become excellent. It's not a status you unlock like in a video game. It is a choice you make in this moment, and in the next one, and the one after that. Now, a quick warning. This does not mean you have to be some kind of perfect, always-on robot 24/7. That's just a fast track to burnout. The reality is so much more manageable. It's about excellence in bursts. Think of it like a series of intentional sprints you can win over and over again. Okay, so how do you put this into practice today with this simple 4-step loop? First, you ask yourself, what is the single purpose of these next 5 minutes? Second, you go all in. For just 5 minutes, you commit fully to that one thing, no multitasking. Third, you stack the wins. You start measuring your day by moments of excellence, not hours worked. And finally, number 4, you end with presence. You consciously close out the task to tell your brain we're done before you move on. So look, this isn't just some theory for you to think about later. The entire point of this is that it's immediate. The challenge isn't for tomorrow or next week. It's for right now. And here's the hard truth of it all. If you can't bring a spirit of excellence to the tiny task right in front of you for just 5 minutes, what on earth makes you think you'll magically be able to do it for 5 years? The big wins are just a collection of these small moments. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Forget your 5-year plan for just a second. What does excellence look like for you in this exact moment? Maybe it's just finishing this explainer with your full attention. Hey, that counts. Because your next 5 minutes, they just started.